Right, I'm here at South by Southwest with Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary, great panel just now. One of the things that came up was just the sheer velocity that the technology seems to want us to move at, right? And we're seeing a lot with maker spaces of groups of individuals kind of coming together and doing amazing projects. And the question I have for you is, like, what role do you see for larger companies kind of participating in this in the future? And what's going to separate out the winners from the losers in the big companies in this kind of accelerating game of catch-up? That's a big question, right?
It's a lead-in question, right? I mean, the truth is this: all the cliche terms that we all like to be cynical about, authenticity, transparency, speed, they actually matter.
Right.
Like, the reason they became cliches is the reason stereotypes become stereotypes. There's micro-truths in them.
Right.
And so I think the brands that are and the businesses that are going to win are the ones that understand context. Let me explain. For you to win, you have to understand the context of the room you're playing in. Right? Like, I can't walk into a room of people that really understand social media and give 101 of, like, here, you need to put your app on your phone, and then you got to tweet, and here's how you do, because they're going to check out and they're not going to care, right? And so for me, what's really the problem is that brands and businesses are not contexting the universe right now. They don't realize how fast it is. They don't realize how quick change is happening. They don't realize that the customer's bullshit radar is better than ever before. They don't realize that they have to make great content on a daily basis everywhere. All the social networks, blogs, everywhere, every banner ad, every email, you have to be great, you have to bring value. You know why? Because we have a supply and demand issue. Everybody's talking, which means there's a lot more people that people have to listen to, which by default means you're not going to listen to anybody, which makes it much harder to actually get consumed. So I believe that the businesses and the brands of the world right now are disrespecting how tough it is out there. They think they can just get by. They can't, and that's why they're going to lose.
Right, and just to pile on there, right, but one of the things that kind of struck me recently is they were always too slow, but in the past they had the advantage of access to capital. But then you talk to guys in these maker spaces now, and people are telling us, we talked to a guy today, and he said, look, you can build a company now for less than it used to cost to do a focus group. So that the speed advantage is gone, and now the capital advantage is gone, because you can do amazing things with rapid prototyping, with sensors, right, that doesn't require more than a few $1,000 just to get started.
Yes. I mean, I'm completely confused at people's lack of understanding that the scale advantages, the scale of distribution, and the money continues to... The internet has squeezed the end user to the product. That's it. Everybody in the middle is vulnerable. Right. Period. And the cost of doing things. Do you know what this cost, this interview, 10 years ago? With a big fucking camera. I don't know if you have to bleep that on your website.
No, we don't have to bleep that.
Like with a big camera and a goddamn satellite dish to beat. It was expensive. The world is moving so quickly that cost is not there anymore. I mean, I'm just completely baffled by people's lack of understanding of what's really going on. And what is going on is the second industrial revolution. We are living through the biggest culture shift of our time since then, and people are not adapting to that reality. Right.
Well, some of them are, but a lot of them are doing it in loose collaborative networks, ad hoc, project-based organizations, right? It's perhaps the institutions are struggling to adapt.
The incumbents are in trouble, right?
Right.
Listen, when you don't have money, you go and get money. When you have lots of money, you go and try to save the world because you're driven by different things.
Right.
They don't even see it. They don't even see it. They don't see it.
Do any of them see it? Is there any, like...
You know what's so funny?
Yeah.
The ironic part is, I actually think all of them see it. I really do.
Yeah.
But they're crippled by making numbers each quarter for Wall Street. Or if I can hold on to the numbers of sales for the next 2 years, my bonus as CEO of this big company is going to be 10 times bigger. So why would I take money from the P&L and invest it, which personally affects me differently? Now we're getting into the real conversation, which is that human beings make decisions that are in their best interest, not necessarily the logo of the company they work for.
Right.
I actually think many of them, I say they don't see it because I'm judging them by their actions.
Right.
I actually think they do see it, but I can only judge by one's actions.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great talking.
Thanks. Real pleasure.
Yeah.